show you why it's dumb to drive your car through water. Now when you look under the hood of a modern day car, you notice that the air filter where the air gets sucked into has a little duct going into it. And if you follow that duct down, you'll find that the air gets sucked in at a pretty low part of the car. In this case, it's inside the fender here. So if you drive through water that may be only 6-8 inches high, it can get sucked into the engine. And when you consider the splashing when you're driving through water, the waves can get even higher and get sucked in even easier. And you really don't want water sucked into your engine. So here's an example. This is an empty tube. I usually fill it up with AC dye to find leaks in systems, but there's only air inside now. And when I crank it and move the piston up, you see the piston can compress the air because air can be compressed quite a bit. Your engine is always sucking air in, compressing it down, spraying it with gasoline, and then blowing the mixture up to make the car run. But water doesn't compress. We'll get our tube and we'll fill it up with water, and when I squeeze it, it won't move because water doesn't compress. It'll come out of an open hole, but it's not going to compress when you squeeze it because it doesn't compress like air. So using this motorcycle engine, if the piston gets water sucked into the engine, the piston's trying to push up, but it can't compress the water that's inside the engine. So all that pressure will either blow the top of the engine off, or in the case of this Chrysler, blow the bottom of the engine off. Now the water was only about this deep when he drove through the water, but as we jack it up in the air to look under, we can crawl under the car and see there's a giant hole in the bottom of the engine. And there's even this golf ball side hole on the side. So what happened in the Chrysler was water got sucked in the engine, the piston couldn't compress the water, so it bent the rod that holds the piston in place. Then the bent rod hit parts of the engine, broke off, and knocked giant holes in the engine. You might not think that driving in water that's not even halfway up the tire can do that, but it can. So the next time you see high water coming, head for high ground. Or turn around and go see a movie. The few hours you may waste is better than wasting an engine. If your car has any problems, just visit the Scotty Kilmer channel. Before it's too late.